This week, home prices must drop in these markets, and here's why. Welcome to the Industry Leader Update. Housing prices across the U.S. are receding from their pandemic highs. This week, we're going to show you how you can identify those specific markets which may present fewer pricing challenges and shorts to close to help you better direct your energy and your marketing dollars. As reverse mortgage professionals, we typically find ourselves occupied and focused with the movement of the 10-year constant maturity treasury rate because that in part helps determine just how much money a borrower may qualify for. However, tracking housing market data and trends where you originate, that's not quite as simple. In fact, it's natural to ask, where do I begin? More importantly, where am I more likely to see home values declining rapidly or where they're not? Now, to answer that, we're going to share with you a tool that I came across this week on a YouTube channel called RJ Talks. It's called Real Estate Insights from SnapForce, and it only costs $12 a month. I've included a link below this video. But first, before we dive in, a word of caution on the media's reporting of the housing market and real estate. When you hear reports from Zillow, Redfin, and other real estate companies saying that the housing market has stabilized or the worst is behind us, you should simply ask why. More importantly, where? That is, in which specific market. But does the data support their statements? And in the past, I'll be frank, it has not. They've been wrong. Now, to answer that question, let's go to Real Estate Insights and look at the median home prices in California, which accounted for 26% of all home equity conversion mortgage endorsements in the year 2021. But we're also going to look at select metros in Arizona and Texas. Now, this data set tracks median home prices from June 2022 through January of this year, but also month-to-month changes. Now, first, let's go to Alameda County, California. Here, home values have fallen by 25% from a peak of 1.4 million in June to just over 1 million in January, according from data from the California Association of Realtors and the U.S. Census Bureau. That's a drop of over $350,000 in just 7 months. So what is driving home prices down in Alameda County and other metros across the country? In one word, affordability. For example, median household incomes in Alameda County, is $113,000. And if you assume a 20% down payment, the monthly payment on a 30-year fixed-rate mortgage would be about $5,600 before any property taxes and insurance are accounted for. Now, keep in mind, this is assuming the current average interest rate today on a 30-year fixed rate being 7.03%, a rate, honestly, which few may qualify for based on their credit. That means the principal and interest payments alone would account for over 60% of the median household income in Alameda County. Is that really affordable? Likely not. Then there's Santa Barbara County. Median home prices there are down nearly 29% from peak to trough during the same time period, and they fell 13% in 1 month from December to January. There, the typical 30-year mortgage would require 66% of the county's median income. Now, as we move over the map, you're going to note there are counties in light green and light blue. The lighter shades, those are the counties that are seeing more moderate drops in home prices. Yet nearly every market in California is showing a reduction. Now, perhaps those are the areas where originators may find fewer applicants being short to close. And on a side note, San Francisco, yes, San Francisco, the impacts of big tech layoffs and also public safety issues are now being seen. San Francisco County has seen median home prices fall over 27% since last June, but more shocking is another 10% drop in just 1 month from December to January. However, Marin County, California takes the prize for the biggest price drops with a 33% median home price reduction, and over 33% that is from peak to trough, and also a 17% drop from December to January. Now today, home prices in Marin County are only 4.48% above their pre-pandemic prices in January 2019. Next, Arizona. The Phoenix, Mesa, Chandler metro median home listing prices have fallen there by over 10%. Now, to better illustrate the affordability crisis created by inflated home values and today's high interest rates, let's go back in time. In December 2018, the median home list price near Phoenix was $231,600. And using an average 30-year mortgage rate at that time of 4.5%, that home would require a principal and interest payment of approximately $943 a month. However, today, that same home at today's prices and today's interest rates would cost nearly $2,100 a month. That's a 122% increase. Now, there's much talk in the real estate world about Austin, Texas. Let's go there. Nearby metros have seen a price drop of 12 to 18% peak to trough since last June. But if you zoom out nationally, you're also going to see that the formerly hottest real estate markets in the nation are the ones that are seeing the biggest price drops today, mostly being concentrated on the west and east coast and also the southwest. So what is the point of this exercise? First, you want to know your markets, and that's crucial to increasing your odds of finding potentially qualified borrowers. Second, home prices, in my opinion, they will continue to fall and perhaps need to fall until they become reasonably affordable for the area home buyer. Now, that's going to likely mean prices returning to their pre-pandemic levels or nearly so. Now, case in point, Riverside, California is still 46% above the median home price in January 2019. And if we scroll down to the Great Recession and the housing crash of 2008, you can see that it took nearly 13 years for home prices to brush against Riverside County's 2006 high water mark of $416,000. Now, I would encourage you, our viewers who want to know more about their markets, to first utilize Reverse Market Insights Neighborhood Dashboard. That helps give you the better idea of where your marketing efforts for HECMs and reverse mortgages would be useful. And Real Estate Insight also is going to help you to see which markets have more stable home prices. So we've included a link to both of those tools below. But first, we want to seek your feedback. If you choose to use either of these tools, and you can do that in our comment section below. By the way, that does conclude this week's episode. But first, we'd ask that you would share today's episode on your LinkedIn or Facebook profiles. That way your friends, mortgage professionals, reverse or otherwise, can benefit from what you saw today. And be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and smash the like button if you appreciated the work we put into this week's episode. And catching up on your reverse mortgage news, it's so simple. All you got to do is hit play thanks to our weekly podcast. You can listen to HECM World Weekly on HECMWorld.com. Apple users can listen and subscribe on iTunes. Until next week, happy originating.